Dankwa Kufuado, in accordance with Article 81, Clause A of the 1992 Constitution, has sacked Honorable SARAH ADWOA SAFO as Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, following her absence from post for more than a year. However, just around the same period, she shared videos of herself on social media, especially on TikTok dancing. The decision of the president comes at a time when Parliament is seriously debating her continued stay in the House after absenting herself from more than 15 sitting days without approval from the Speaker. Let's take a look at her TikTok. Very interesting, and that is the embattled Member of Parliament for Dome Kwabena, Honorable SARAH ADWOA SAFO, exhibiting her dancing skills. Now let me run you through some decisions made by Parliament on this particular issue. Now here in Ghana, Article 97 Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 15 and 16 Section 1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament place obligation on all members of Parliament to attend the House unless lawful permission is secured. On Tuesday, April 5, 2022, the Speaker of Parliament drew the attention of the House a potential breach of Article 97 Clause 1 subsection C of the 1992 Constitution and Order 16 Section 1 of the Standing Orders by 3 MPs, namely Honorable Kennedy Dapon, Honorable SARAH ADWOA SAFO and Honorable Henry Kote, who are representatives for Asin Central, Dome Kwabena constituency and Ayawaso Central respectively. The Speaker therefore referred the matter to the Privileges Committee to consider circumstances surrounding their absence in pursuant to Article 97 Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution. While Henry Kote and Honorable Kennedy Dapon appeared before the committee, but all attempts in getting SARAH ADWOA SAFO to answer some questions over her absence before the committee did not materialize. The Committee of Privileges, therefore, by a majority decision, recommended that the Dome Kwabena seat currently being occupied by SARAH ADWOA SAFO should be declared vacant for absenting herself from Parliament for more than 42 days without permission from the Speaker, and also refusing to take advantage of an opportunity offered to her to provide an explanation. Well, I spoke to some students at the University of Education on this particular development, and this is what they had.
It's a welcoming news, I should say, because under the Constitution, Article 78, it gives the President the mandate to appoint a minister, and the same Constitution under Article 81, Clause A. The President also have the prerogative to also revoke the appointment. So if the President thinks in his interest the time has come for him to revoke the appointment of Honorable SARAH ADWOA SAFO, I think it's in the right direction, and then we're all expecting it anyway, because for us, as I'm speaking now, we didn't know what whatever the conversation that went between the President and then the Gender Minister. But if it has gotten to a point that the appointment is supposed to be revoked or terminated, yes, we all support it, and then it's a welcoming news. If you say betrayal, I don't think so. If the President is having that power to revoke, I don't think this is whatever that we should say. And let's even assume it is different that even when she was working, she can be reshuffled at any point in time. And then she going on an excuse duty, and then she's still not coming back for some months now. And then there is even somebody in place to take in charge of the ministry. Then I think with the revoking of her appointment, this is not a betrayal, but just that for the ministry to also have its course as it's supposed to be. You could see that the just recent elections that we did, you saw that after the results was out, you could see that there is some new hope in the NPP. So if even our former General Secretary, who has been changed, and the new one, and then you can see hope, how much more a minister. So if she wasn't performing and then she has been changed, I don't think this will affect the breaking the 8, because we need the work to be done. So she going out and then not working on an excuse duty, and now that we have somebody who will come and then take full control of the ministry for the work to go on, I think it's rather in a good direction that we can easily break the 8 going forward. You see, with parliamentary too, they have their own proceedings, how they react to certain issues. You know, there is a rule that after 15 days, if you don't report to parliamentary proceedings, they are supposed to take an action. So it's in the right direction. You see, in Ghana here, we are dealing with rules and regulations, we are dealing with laws. So it's just a matter of activating those laws when the need arise. So I believe it is the parliamentary proceedings that is going to take its effect. So whether good or bad, if at the end of it or whatever the outcome that she's supposed to vacate parliament because of those laws that has been set to make that provision, I think it's a welcoming news, because we all believe in rule of law, and if rule of law is going to take its course, why not? We all support whatever the outcome will be. You see, in Ghana here, whether good or bad, NPP has been well in Dome Kwabena, because looking at the past, even up to present, even without her presence, Dome Kwabena is still moving on. As you could see, President just cast some sort for the construction of the road. So even whilst the MP wasn't there, the president was still working. Dome Kwabena was still ongoing. Development, everything was still ongoing, even without her presence. Without her president, the MC there is working. There are other people who are also working on grounds. So still we know, even we should go for bylaws today, NPP is going to win the seats any day, anytime again at Dome Kwabena. She is a very good patriot, and then I think maybe, I don't know, but I am saying I don't know, if there is any issues that will crop up, she should just in a matured way, as she has been doing already, just sort it out behind the scene, because going into 2024 election, it's a massive, it's togetherness that we can be able to break. It's the first time that we are going to make the record. Indeed, we are going to break it. So she should be part of the breaking. Though this has happened, but it's unfortunate it has happened, but there are some situations that led to this. So she should still be part of the NPP. This is the NPP that we have. We are all born into NPP. We believe in the ideology of NPP. So going forward, that ideology that we believe in should be the way forward that we should look up to. And in 2024, we are breaking the 8 together.
I believe it was fair. And in normal sense, she is supposed to be working. She can't be off the country for more than 2 months with the sole reason of son unwell. And she is not even giving any reasonable assurance that she'll be back anytime soon. Her reasons are she will only be back when her son is well, and the ministry cannot be waiting for her until then. So I believe it was fair for another person to take over. It will give her the chance to spend much with her family. You know, I'm even hoping they get her off her chair in Parliament. She has been off for about 40 sittings, and it is mandatory that you are not supposed to be off Parliament, I think 15 consecutive days, and she has been off more than that. She even refused when the what do they call them, the privilege committee summoned her. She refused to appear. All these are a lot of factors, and I believe it will be favorable on her part and on the country to let her go. I don't see the effects to be too much. If the NPP might face a little, what do you call, difficulties in getting the numbers from her constituency if she is not ready to go. I believe this decision by the president is taken well by her. I don't think she is taking it on a negative way, because your son is unwell and the president is giving you the time and opportunity to spend time with your family. So it's in good faith. I believe she has accepted it in good faith.
Even the president has delayed related to what SARAH ADWOA SAFO was doing. At times I wonder why some people used to say that we should give women's opportunity to show that they can also lead But giving Sarah Adwoa Safo such an opportunity and he was not able to utilize it effectively, it pains and it's very painful. So if the government has realized that it is time for him to change Sarah Adwoa Safo, I think it is very good idea, and for me I support it very much. And I'm advising the government should go and look for a competent person, a person who can give and devote his time for the country, so that at least things will grow and things will go better for the country. And my brother, you yourself, you can bear witness that what excuse she was giving was not tangible enough. Though taking into the consideration the sickness of his child can also, we can consider such, but it is not a strong enough point for her to, based on that, she can absent herself more than 6 to 7 months, and more than even going approaching to a year. It's not an advisable, and you have a service to render, and if you are leaving your service because of these things, I think she have to consider certain things. If she has failed to consider certain things, I think changing her is very best, and I support what the government, and it is not a betrayal. So she should step aside for somebody who is ready to do and sacrifice for the country to come and do.
Adwoa dismissal is not something new I could talk about. It's something we've been waiting for. Someone absenting him or herself from Parliament should be penalized for not attending meetings. If we see it necessary that we dismiss Adwoa Safo, I think the government has all right to do that, but he should take things to consideration whether what the lady is saying is actually in line with the constitution. Then they should do her a favor. Adwoa Safo made a submission that her son wasn't feeling well. That is what made her absent herself from that number of times from Parliament. NDC will take an advantage of Adwoa.
It is something we have been anticipating for a long time now, and so to me it wasn't really a news. But then I think the president can do better, in the sense that she is not the only person that has absented herself for that number of time. There are lots of them. I think about 33 people as well who have also done that. And so if the president has revoked her, from that position, I think he can also do same to others who have also not been coming. A betrayal, well, I don't see that. Well, they possibly might have a case. From my observation, I think the answer is yes, because we only have one person different, and so if this person decides that because of what is happening now, I am no more part of the the MPP, it means they really do have a case. But Adwoa Safo too is someone who talks about integrity, and if you have been doing something otherwise and you have been penalized for that, I don't think it should be a base or a basis for you to exempt yourself from the party. I think it all depends on the next decision that Parliament takes as to whether they are going to sack her off her seat and then go for the by-election. If they decide to retain her, I don't think there will be the by-election. We strictly have to follow the constitution, actually, but the right thing should always be done, and I support the right thing. And so if the right thing is, because she has absented herself for that number of time, she should be exempted, I think the right thing should be done.
Pursuant to Article 97 Clause 1, subsection C of the 1992 Constitution, the punishment for non-attendance for sittings with a threshold for 15 good days or more in a meeting of Parliament without a permission from the Speaker is that the member shall vacate his or her seat. Now the big question is, will Parliament declare her seat vacant? Well, time and season will definitely tell. I am Bright MC, University of Education, Winnipeg.